Hey guys, it's Nina, and in this video I'm going to show you how I shampoo, retwist, and style my locks all on a Sunday afternoon. It took hours to do this, okay? So if you're interested, keep watching. First things first, always got to start with a shake. You don't want to have anything left in your hair that could get stuck in it during the wash. So yeah, feel free to have a Beyonce or a Lizzo moment and just like go nuts. Just don't break nothing. Next, I like to go in with a mixture of apple cider vinegar and water. Yes, this stuff stinks, but I like it because I feel like it really helps me get my scalp clean. A lot cleaner than I can get it with just traditional shampoo. So I just kind of scrub that in, do a little pre-wash, and I let it sit on my scalp for about 5 to 10 minutes. Next, it's time to hop in the shower for the shampoo. I'm just wetting my hair down first, loosening up the curls, and then I go in with my handheld shower head, which I absolutely feel you really need if you have locks, so that way you can get in all those hard to reach places because you really don't want to have buildup. Yeah, if you're single and celibate, it works pretty well too. I'm still using the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore shampoo, and I definitely dilute it, and then dilute it some more. I'm spreading it around, and in this first shampoo, typically it is not very lathery in this first one. This is just to kind of get things started, to start to scrub and cleanse my scalp. And guys, I have really bad dandruff, yeah, just really crusty. So I have to make sure I really get in there. Then it's time for the rinse. And I'm just working all of this through, trying to push up from the bottom, because you'd be surprised like how many spots you can miss when washing your locks. You always want to make sure that you're rinsing your ends very thoroughly because that's the part that's going to attract the most buildup. Shampoo number 2. I've been using applicator bottles to wash my hair ever since the beginning, and I really think it's just much more efficient. And as you can see with this round, I'm definitely getting more lather, and I eventually will start to pull it down towards the ends. I don't know what this face is about. Depending on how much hair you have, you might actually have to do 2 bottles of diluted shampoo. That's what I ended up having to do because my hair is growing, which is awesome, but I need more, shampoo to cover it. And we rinse it yet again. So I would say that washing and retwisting my locks is probably the most difficult part of having locks overall. I think once you can get past that, or once you can just like survive these wash days, you can deal with locks. Before I apply my conditioner, I squeeze my hair thoroughly. Do not wring it out, just squeeze it. Then I follow up with conditioner from that same Shea Moisture line. Squeeze it in, shake it up. Please get your mind out of the gutter. I focus on my roots and then kind of like the middle, and then I just rake it down. I never really put it directly on my ends. As always, use caution if your locks are not mature yet before you use conditioner. So then I let it sit for like 5 minutes. And after that, I rinse with cold water, which is always uncomfortable, but it's necessary because you do want to close the cuticle. So I rinse it out, and you really cannot overestimate the importance of rinsing your locks. You really want to just like do the absolute most to make sure that you've got every last bit of residue out of your hair. So then I'm just squeezing my locks out to dry. I know people use microfiber towels, but my hair dries really quickly, so I've never had to use one. So I just make sure that I squeeze really thoroughly. And then I just inspect for any leftover dandruff. It can be hard to get out of your locks, so it's okay if you do have some left, just pick it out. I spray with just a simple olive oil and water mixture, just to add some moisture. And then I'm spraying my locks down in the back to get ready for the retwist. This blueberry curls paste, before you say anything, I have actually found it to be really light and natural, and it rinses really well out of my locks. So that is why I kind of started experimenting with using that. But I only use a tiny amount, like tiny. So I start in the back, just applying the product, gently pulling the hair down to smooth it out, and then I just palm roll. I try to retwist my locks every maybe like 3 to 5 weeks. I actually went a month this time without a retwist, so I was kind of overdue. And with all the summer heat, I was sweating a lot. So yeah, definitely time for a retwist. I'm sure the way that I do this, like having to unclip the clip, is probably inefficient, but I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. But I'm sure as you're looking at it, you're like, why didn't you just put it somewhere else? I really find that smoothing out my roots first helps my retwist last longer and look better, so I would definitely recommend that. But just remember, 9 out of 10 times, you really don't need that much tension to get a smooth look. So yeah, I think 2 hours later, the retwist is finally done. I was starting and stopping. But as you can see, I really don't retwist too tightly. I just want it to be neat. And then I just style my hair really simply. I'm just doing some little double braids. This style is really easy to do on pretty much any length of locks, as long as you're not having to pull them too tightly. I think if you focus on just kind of flipping one section over the other versus actually braiding, I think it's going to go by a lot faster. Also, if you're going to try this style, definitely make sure that you have 2 large rubber bands. The little mini rubber bands will absolutely not cut it, okay? You're going to pop them within less than a second. So make sure you have the right tools. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I am not really that good at doing things with my hands like this. Like when it comes to doing my hair, a lot of the times I always end up kind of messing up and having to restart it, but it's not a huge deal. Now this second braid I kind of messed up a little bit. If you can kind of see towards the bottom, I lost like the order that I was in, but it's okay because then I decided to take the rubber band out of the first one and just ponytail them both together. So then I smoothed down my little edges that could. Y'all know how I feel about my edges. But I used the Blueberry Bliss paste again just to lay my edges down very naturally. And then I'm just tying a scarf over them to help them lie flat. And I'll be back to show you the finished look. So here is the final result. Let's see, almost 6 hours later. As I said earlier, this was a really long process, but I'm happy with how this turned out. This is a really simple, easy, I was feeling myself a little bit, but a really simple and easy style to do. I really think you could do this on any length of locks as long as it's not too tight. But yeah, this is the final look. So let me know if you have any questions. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please feel free to do that, and I will see you in the next one.